Hello ladies and gentlemen, MarauderEX here, back with more Let's Play Shining the Holy Ark, and we are getting close to being done. So, what we're going to do is I'm actually going to switch Rodi out for just a second to bring Akane into the team, and we are going to, I'm going to use one of these goddess tiers. I'm going to use the Pixie Bell, because we have that. We are going to throw out an Elemental 4, and we are going to use... Oh, I thought she had a Healing Rain. Well, it doesn't matter. She's got Praying 4. So, Elemental 4 should do a world of good for us. So, doing some... I'm just going to throw out damage now. Arthur used the Goddess tier. All pixies to arms! I am going to throw my pixies at Panzer. I wonder where the pixie goddess falls in with the concept of the vandals and the innovators. Like, obviously she's not an innovator, but she's, you know, a deity of some sort, but a deity of minor magical creatures. So, it's an interesting concept. So, that's going to do a fair bit of damage to everyone. We're going to have Praying 4 come out, heal everyone to full, and we're going to take a Blaze 4. That's fine. That, in the grand scheme of things, is next to nothing in terms of damage. And we're going to just keep throwing out AoEs until we can take out... And Soul Steal 2, you son of a bitch! Alright. Didn't work on anyone, thankfully. That is really the scariest thing, is that. Alright, so we are going to throw out Inferno 2, because we can. We are going to throw out another Pixie Bell, because it hasn't broken yet. I'm going to throw out Elemental. Actually, do we want to do that? Do we want to throw out Elemental, or do we want to put someone else in, like... I really don't think Forte is going to be really all that beneficial, but he is, you know, a caster, so here's hoping. And we'll throw out... I think she's really the only one who took any amount of damage, so let's just have her heal herself. And... yeah, we've got... let's do Freeze 4. It's not... out of nowhere, a voice called out, "Oh, pixies, to arms!" So another 400 points of damage to him. That's fine. That I'm okay with 400 points of damage a pop. That's a lot of damage, and I may, even after it breaks, I may just use it again and be like, you know what? Screw it. I'm done. We are just throwing out everything left and right. I'm okay with this. And 438, a crack appeared in the Pixie Bell. Inferno level 2. 320 points of damage. Freeze 4. I was really hoping that he would do summon from freeze. That would have been amazing to get that in this final fight. And not a lot of damage. So Forte, really not the best pick for this. So I may bring... yeah, I'm gonna bring... created a chaotic lizard. Forte might actually be dead. Like... so yeah, I'm gonna... not dead, but close to it. So we're actually gonna switch Forte back out for Melodie. And... let's... actually, no, let's... I've got enough MP to do that again. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that, and we'll do Praying 4. Because, why not? heal everyone to full, do damage in the process. Sounds like it's going to be a better course of action. So, and I'm having way too much fun with Inferno 2. That's just hilarious. So, and the second one is down. So now we can just focus on doing damage to Panzer. Which means I can actually probably switch Akane out for Doyle again, so that we can do a little bit more damage. Alright. Yeah, I think we'll do that. Yeah, your Thunderous Punch does nothing. Alright. Akane for Doyle. And let's... I've got MP. Let's do that, and throw out a support, and Doyle can attack, and you can throw out some magic. And Power Elemental level 4. That's fantastic. So yeah, we're just gonna keep doing damage to you. I love the fact that I keep getting HP and MP back from this. Boost Doyle's attack. And support level 2 to make sure everyone's still... Alright, so Doyle was the only one who didn't have support, so that's fine. Created a Chaotic Blizzard. That's a downside. I don't like that. That's a lot of damage. That really is its most devastating move. That is the move that I am most concerned about. Alright, let's beef up Arthur's attack. Let's throw out an Aura, attack, and... Aura. Why not? Why the hell not? I've got 2 healers and 2 damage dealers. That's actually not a bad... And Lisa can switch between... Actually, Melodie can too, between all of her spells, so... There we go. And Arthur's got attack. So... And Doyle just runs up and just punches... God, no. Please, no. Stop doing that. Stop it. You give me a heart attack every single time you do that. Alright, Doyle's the only one who's still going to be taking damage. So, let's just do that. I could use one of the Light of Hopes to get everyone's HP back, and I might actually do that. But I might switch Akane back into the party for that, because that would actually be worthwhile. 442 with critical hit. 231. 326. And, alright, Doyle's really going to be the one taking extensive amounts of damage. Alright, so yeah, and what do? We're going to AoE heal twice in a row, and we're going to attack. So Arthur, AoE, attack, AoE. Like, that's the long and short of it here. That is how this fight is going to go. And I would really love for more, power attacks from, Arthur. That's something I would just greatly appreciate. So, I would greatly appreciate more power attacks from everyone. Alright, the Scorching Ear does a little bit of damage, but really it's that Chaotic Blizzard that is the biggest problem. The Thunderous Punch also not a good thing for Doyle. So let's heal Doyle. He's the only one who really took an extensive amount of damage. And he's actually low enough that the Chaotic Blizzard probably could have killed him at that point, so... Alright. Everyone, just go in for the kill! That includes Doyle. And the Chaotic Blizzard again. You just do not like letting me get by with that, do you? Alright, I have a light of hope on someone, I know that. No, we are not using the slash dagger. I don't have a light of hope. What can I use the force shield for? That's new. Alright, so let's attack. Do you have the light of hope? No, you just have a goddess tier. That means Melodie's got it, meaning I need you to aura, you to attack, and you've got... There you go. And what sucks is my one person who has Resurrect also has the life candle, which that's one of the reasons why I am freaking the hell out about Soul Steal. Like, I'm just not okay with that. Speaking of, don't do that. Stop it. Stop doing that. And Doyle's dead. And it landed a Thunderous Punch on someone for no damage. Alright, so... Attack. Attack, and... Raise 2. At least he comes back with full HP. So... And hopefully he will attack because that was his last... And it doesn't matter if he attacks or not, because we just killed him! We just took out Panzer. Not what I was expecting. I was expecting this fight to go on a little bit longer, but I guess he had a bunch of cumulative damage from the AoEs. So... Panzer has been defeated. We have defeated the Vandals. You've done it, Arthur. You've stopped the Vandals' plan. Yeah, who said that? Now we can return to the ship with the Holy Ark. Oh, it's the spirits! When we possessed you, we were contaminated with evil. Another ship will be coming soon to retrieve us and the Ark, and to cleanse you of this evil. We don't have much time, so please bear with us. Alright, so... the spirits are going to leave us, which is interesting because that means we are not innovators anymore. We must restart the Ark that stopped functioning due to the shock caused by the accident. It's very dangerous to be around the Ark when it starts up. Please stand back. Notice how there's only 2 spirits. And there's Elise. Did everything go as you planned, Gollum? So Gollum and Elise show up, and again, they're powerful enough they're like, yeah, we're not getting involved. I did not anticipate 2 of the 3 spirits would separate from their hosts. But one of them stayed behind and therefore will disrupt the balance. That should be good enough to finally know what the Creator's plan is, isn't it? But we've paid a very high price to find out what the Creator intended when he brought the spirits to Earth. The corrupted kingdom was destroyed 1,000 years ago, and now the spirits have returned. What does the Creator want? Even if only select individuals are given the Spirit's power, they might abuse it. I'm afraid that people are born with an innate desire for power. Could the Creator have planned this? Can they really use this power for peace? I help them just to find the answers to this. Let them show us, Elise. Whether they become our adversaries as innovators, or they become our brothers as vandals, at least we will know. If we stay any longer, we'll be absorbed by the Holy Ark. Then we won't be able to return to the Earth. So, even they are scared of the Holy Ark. As usual, he certainly does what he damn well pleases. So now do you understand Gollum's plan? We do not know whose spirit remains and whose have gone. Finding out will be part of the fun. See you again soon, whichever one of you is the innovator. I love how she knows that one of us is an innovator. Because, really, the 3 of us, that's the long and short of it. Who's going to be the innovator. Or who's got the spirit, but they're not going to become a vandal. They'll stay an innovator. We must increase the power of the Ark. So we step back, and we look behind us, and there's another ship. We'll never forget our journey with you. Goodbye, and take care of yourselves. So one of the 3 of us remains with the spirit. We don't know who it is. That's part of the mystery. It could be any of the three of them. Rodi was picked from the beginning, so... we went to Enric Castle to report. Each of them received a large reward and compensation for their accomplishments. So, we go back to Enric, we tell them what's going on, we get money, we save the kingdom, we save the world. They return to town to relax and toast each other over several drinks. So, yay! Arthur left before the others and returned to the throne room alone. We heard that you wish to speak to us. You must be tired. What is it? Wish to turn down the king's offer and leave Enric? Yes. You seem to have made up your mind. We offered you the position of defense minister because we have confidence in you. It is a handsome offer, yes. You still value your freedom more. I envy your youth that allows you to say that. Will nothing change your mind about leaving Enric? I guess it's useless to try to stop you, so I won't say anything more. Just... when you get tired of roaming around and need a place to settle down, remember that Enric will always welcome you. Oh, that's nice of them. Take care of yourself. So Arthur leaves. So it's not really hard to guess whose spirit stayed with them. It's one of those... Arthur's the only one not sticking around. So... I kind of wonder who has the spirit. But it could, like I said, it could still be left up into interpretation, because Rodi was the only one picked by, multiple parties who had the ability to see the possible future. So... we cannot leave town, so I guess we have to go to the bar. And there's Rodi! Alright, so I'm cooling off because I felt things were too hot over there. They're all in there waiting for you. Yeah, it's entirely possible that, girl from the inn, Forte, Doyle... So let's talk to everyone. Let's talk to Basso. We had a very strange first meeting, didn't we? Do you remember the incident in Desire Village? I wonder what would have happened if we had fought at that time. Neither Lisa nor I want to join this country's army as officers or otherwise. We have our own destiny, so we have no intention of accepting the offer. It's a great chance for you. I say congratulations. Let's talk to Lisa. I didn't see you around for a while. Where did you go? I guess we'll be leaving pretty soon, and I wanted to say goodbye before we left. Looking back, it turns out that all of us were dancing to Sabato the Sage's tune. Well, I'm glad we met. I had wanted to ask you if you wanted to join us, but good luck, Sir Knight. I think I'm finally content for the first time now that everything has been solved. What's with you and Rodi? You both look upset. We defeated the vandals and been offered a place as officers in the army. Funny how things work out. I was just in this so I could fight alongside my boss, and now look, we're heroes. For someone brought up as a ninja, this being in the spotlight business is a bit overwhelming. Where'd the boss go? Yeah, that's exactly it. Let's talk to Forte. I agreed to travel with you to fulfill my own purposes. Now that our common task is done, I intend to go my own way. Our time was well spent, but I believe the score is even now. Now, let's talk to the girl from the inn. Everyone's waiting for you. They say it's a celebration, so they want to party. Do you like my daughter? She's nice. He says he likes you. Why don't you say hello? And she dances for us. That's adorable. She's a good girl with a good head on her shoulders. Please remember her even after you become a knight. Alright, so that's everyone. So we leave. Let's see what Rodi has to say. What are you gonna do, Arthur? You're planning on leaving Enric now, aren't you? I've spent a long time with you. I know exactly how you feel. Even now, I'm still concerned that we don't know whose spirit remains, but I'm sure we'll find out regardless in the future. Do you have a plan? I thought as much, but you're still going. Alright. And, that, I think, is it. I think we can go over and talk... Oh, we can talk to Akane, too. She's the one who we didn't get to talk to in the bar. Oh, it's you. How embarrassing. I didn't want you to see me like this. You came to bring me back to the others, didn't you? My name is an Asian name. I don't know why, but my dad named me that. We kinda figured that. Like, with Penzer's end being so... I don't feel like celebrating right now. Poor Akane. And there's no kid. The kid's gone. Alright, so now that we've talked to everyone, we can leave town. Arthur, what happened? You want to get some fresh air because the whole town is getting too carried away. But today, you're not coming back, are you? On a peaceful, happy day like this, sadness and farewell are mixed. I've heard this from the priest before. It looks like you have something in mind. I wish you wouldn't leave, but I think I understand. Good luck. Remember to return before it gets dark, and don't forget, we're waiting for you. I do like that statement, on days of happiness, you know, sadness and farewell are often mixed. That is a very, very true and poignant statement. And, you know, that's it. That's the end of Shining the Holy Ark. There are a couple of interesting loose ends. So, again, the young boy whose father died is gone. We have Arthur walking off into the distance. It's assumed that Arthur is the one who kept the spirit of the innovator. So it's believed that we are the one whose spirit remained with us. But there are two things that also weren't brought up. So, and these were found in one of the Shining of the Holy Ark art books, and they've never really been corroborated in any other source. So it's kind of hard to gauge how accurate they are. But Galm was Panzer's father, which is why Panzer seemed, you know, half vandal. Why he had an exceptional amount of power and why he was different. But yet he fell in love with Akane, which, you know, if things had turned out a little bit differently, he, you know, there's a chance he might have been able to have been one of the ones to inherit the spirit. But it shows everyone going off on their own way, so Doyle and Akane pay respects for Panzer's grave. Forte and Melodie go off, because, you know, they were partners, and as such, they're going to go on and continue as mercenaries with their reputation. Basso and Lisa are also going to go off, because they were partners. But one of the other loose ends that was not tied up is in the strategy guide, or in the art book. It says that while Galm rescued Lisa from Elise, and while she was unconscious, he impregnated her, so that Lisa will give birth to a half-vandal. Which seems to be Galm's MO, because he has a thing for having half-vandal kids. So everyone kind of goes off on their own path, and we see more connections. Like, there's going to be more connections into Shining Force 3, because Julian models his entire appearance after Arthur. But I mean, when you have a mercenary who's just that that well known, who saved this entire kingdom, this entire land, then yeah, it's why wouldn't you want to emulate that person, especially if you're being trained as a mercenary anyway by your dad's friends. And the last person we see is Rodi, who is by himself, looking at the ship carrying the Ark. So that's the only thing that really kind of throws into question if it was Rodi or Arthur. That seems to be the general consensus, that it was one of the two of them. And we got a 91% item collection ratio. We played for 28 hours, almost 29 hours total. So, but this is a fantastic game. It's a great dungeon crawler. It just showed off what Camelot could do when working with Sega to make a great Shining game. It's, you know, I love the tactical games a little bit more, but I love the connections to this. I love how this game kind of started connecting all the stories together. It really was really just impressive. So, with that, we get the final screen. But my thoughts on the game, you guys know I do the thoughts on my final thoughts during the credits. I love this game. It is a part of my youth. It really helped influence my my taste in gaming and what types of games that I sought out and enjoyed and continued to play. I am sad that the likelihood of a Camelot Sega reunion to make another Shining game will never happen. My only hope is that maybe Sega gets their head out of their ass and, lets Atlas do a good Shining game, something like that. Or maybe one of these days Camelot will work with someone else to make more spiritual successors, like something like the Golden Sun series, something that, this game heavily influenced the Golden Sun development, because a lot of these things were there because Camelot did the Shining games, and they wanted to do a Shining game that wasn't a Shining game because they couldn't, because they were contractually bound not to. But they took everything that they had learned making the Shining games, and then they did Golden Sun, which I felt was a great series. And I hope Camelot decides, we're going to do another Shining-like game. That would be great. But in the meantime, I hope you guys have enjoyed this project. It was a lot of fun to redo Shining the Holy Ark, and working on redoing all the other Shining games as well. I hope you stick with me for the other Shining games that I continue to redo, and all future projects that I start to work on. I look forward to seeing you all again in the comments for future projects and in this episode. Hope you all have enjoyed it as much as I have. Till then, later everyone.